to the game. That is countdown to game number 1. Hello everyone, your eyes do not deceive you. On the loading screen you did in fact see the player in the top right in the green, EGIdrA from Team Evil Geniuses in the bottom left. The purple Zerg player LiquidSheth. And I said it in the pregame. These are two of the best players in North America without a doubt. Without a doubt. And there's only 78 people watching? What is this sorcery? We need to get people in here, guys. We need to get people in here. Either way, this is going to be a best of 3 in between LiquidSheth and EGIdrA. It's going to be a best of 3, and the starting map is Zelnaga Caverns. And you may be like, oh my gosh, Axeltoss. It's a ZVZ. Who wants to watch that? It's Sheth and EGIdrA. Get out of here. Come on. I don't care what race they play. If this was a PvP, I'd be interested if their names were LiquidSheth and EGIdrA. But either way, everyone chatting it up. Lots of good manner from both of these players. Always good to see. Always good to see. Sheth, actually neither of these players, here we go. EGIdrA actually taking a gas. That is not going to be for an extractor trick because he is fine on supply. 14 out of 18. So EGIdrA will be putting down a spawning pool very soon. There it goes. So EGIdrA going for that early spawning pool and early gas. So is his opponent. Looks like EGIdRA's gas may have come up a little bit earlier. Not by much, though. Not by much at all. Essentially the same build. So pretty standard play from both these players. This is basically the safest build in the book. Of course, you usually see 3 things in ZVZ, at least early game. You either see the 15 hatch, you either see the 10 pool, or below, or you see this. The 14 pool, 14 gas. Or 14 gas, 14 pool, to be more specific and correct. Either way, the safest ZVZ build in the book, at least thus far. What we're going to have to watch for here is when both these players get 100 gas. If they take guys out of gas at 100, that means obviously they're not going to be preparing for any sort of Baneling, Roach all-in anytime soon. But if they keep guys in gas following the 100 gas they intake for that metabolic boost to speed upgrade, that definitely implies some sort of Roach or Baneling aggression. EGIdrA keeping his guys in gas for now. Now, I've seen EGIdrA play quite a few ZVZs. I've casted plenty of his games. Meanwhile, Sheth taking guys out of gas, so keep that in mind. What EGIdrA has used to do, I mean, this was like 3 weeks ago, so I'm not sure if he still does this. He makes plenty of links. Ooh, he's making a lot of links. What he used to do, though, he just made 2 Zerglings, scouted, and then decided from there what to do. But right now, he's going for a Ling Baneling all-in, throwing down that Baneling nest on the right side of his mineral line. Does Sheth have any idea this is coming? He has not scouted his opponent's base. Does see a bunch of Zerglings on the map, but Sheth has 4 Zerglings of his own on the map. There's going to be a little bit of a micro battle here. EGIdrA pulling back his weakened Zergling. But EGIdrA has too many links for Sheth to handle, at least as of right now. EGIdRA's Baneling nest is about 50% of the way done, has plenty of gas. Still 2 guys in gas. Metabolic boost about 70% of the way done. Sheth putting down his expansion at his natural, putting guys back in gas, knows something fishy is up, so probably will throw down a Roach Warren or a Baneling nest pretty soon here. Throw down a Spinecrawler on the edge of his creep to try to defend against the Zergling aggression from EGIdrA. EGIdRA going to be poking at this hatchery outside of Sheth's natural expansion. Or I should say add Sheth's natural expansion. Sheth coming out with Zerglings of his own. 2 Banelings being morphed in by EGIdrA. Keep that in mind. Sheth does not have any additional... Oh, here we go. Sheth does have a Baneling nest on the way. At about 40%. Knows something scary is happening. EGIdRA still making nothing but Zerglings in that production tab. Coming forward with more of his Zerglings. Banelings are done. Coming forward is 2 Banelings from EGIdrA. 2 more being morphed in. And EGIdrA takes out a huge clump of Sheth's Zerglings. And Sheth immediately cancels his hatchery. Backs away. Uses 2 of his queens to block off the ramp. EGIdRA coming forward, tries to find a crack, but Queen's not going to allow it. EGIdRA biding his time outside of his opponent's base and continuing to drone up from this point onward. So Sheth forced to sacrifice his natural expansion. Income tab shows he is ahead 17 to 15 in that Harvester tab. Has 2 Banelings, make that 4 coming up of his own. Very tense situation for both of these 2 players. EGIdRA spreading out his Zerglings. A bold drone going to come forward to try to take an expansion, but Zerglings converge upon the drone, and coming up into the main here, 2 Banelings do pop. EGIdRA backing away, wants nothing to do with those 2 Banelings. Coming forward once again, he has to be really careful. Sheth backing up. 4 Banelings now at the bottom of his rank. Keep in mind, EGIdRA has his expansion up. Sheth sees this. Sheth gonna try to put this down once again. Baneling's coming forward. IeGiDrA has to be careful. Wants to peel away one at a time. Sheth being patient. Following the Zerglings around. He could try to go for a run by here. Nope, that would have been very risky. So IeGiDrA gonna back away for now. Sheth putting down his natural expansion. But Idris is a little bit ahead. And also he's getting a Roachborn on the field. Still mining that gas. Income tab shows IeGiDrA had 20 to 16. Make that 15. Sheth coming forward with his Banelings. IeGiDrA has to be careful. Peeling off one Zergling. Oh, another one. Trying to send one at a time. That's a little bit harder than you may think. But coming forward once again with his Zerglings is IeGiDrA. Sheth, of course, trying to protect those Banelings with those Zerglings. Does not want Ling sacrificing themselves against those Banelings. Of course, that ruins the cost efficiency. Sheth pursuing IeGiDrA forward to the top right side of the map. Banelings coming forward as well. IeGiDrA has 3 Roaches in production, has 3 Banelings of his own. Sheth has to be careful! Sheth loses a lot of Banelings. There are 3 more Banelings coming out from Sheth. IeGiDrA sending another Zergling who will suicide himself. I don't want that job. Either way, 2 Banelings may meet over here in the middle, and Sheth coming forward. Oh, IeGiDrA running away with these Zerglings, and Banelings from IeGiDrA, or from, is that a green Baneling? Oh my gosh. Huge hit from IeGiDra's Banelings onto the Zerglings of Sheth. Actually, from both of the players. I don't think either player have too many Zerglings on the field here. Units tab shows no Zerglings on the field for IeGiDrA, so all of his were destroyed. Sheth has 5 Zerglings on the field, so a majority of his Zerglings were destroyed. And it looks like both these players are going to be transitioning into that Roach play. Oh! Those Zerglings did not last long. So both players are going to be transitioning into that Roach play. And let's look at the units really quick. 9 Roaches on the field for EGIdrA, 3 for LiquidSheth. Income tab shows even in Harvesters 26 to 26. So after all that early game action, relatively even thus far. However, IeGiDrA does have that 5 Roach lead, I should say. And look at this, lots of Zerglings coming out from IeGiDrA. He may have recognized the timing here and may just go for it. Sheth has 2 Banelings on the way along with 2 Roaches. The Banelings over here will have to keep an eye on that. Do not want to miss all of these drones dying under that green slime that pops out of the Banelings. IeGiDrA coming to the south side of the map here. There is a Spine Crawler here. Sheth has nice spreading out of his Roaches, I should say. IeGiDrA coming forward with his Lings and his Roaches is going for it right now. The Spine Crawler is going to do a lot of work here. Keeping in mind this Queen has plenty of transfuses available, so look for Sheth to actually throw those down on the Spine Crawler. That's exactly what he does. IeGiDrA continuing to charge forward with all of his Roaches, but I don't think he has enough. Those transfuses on those Spine Crawler was absolutely huge. Sheth has more Zerglings in production. IeGiDrA throws down the GG, went for it, went for the all-in. It failed. So he backed out of the game. And my overlay is screwing up. It's a little bit upsetting.